Hi.
Camilia.
Duke. Are you here to see Bobby?
No, I'm here to see you, actually. Come sit down.
What is it?
I feel I owe you an apology. I was very abrupt the other day when you told me about the threats you were receiving.
Thank you. I know you have, every reason to doubt anything that I might say.
Well, I have to be honest with you. I thought it was a ploy just to get some attention.
I wish it were just that. I did. What made you change your mind?
Well, earlier today, Jake and we saw how terrified you were when somebody came up and just touched your shoulder.
What? Oh, the orderly, yeah. I nearly scared him half to death.
Yeah, we both saw it. I realize now it's not a ploy. Could it be your imagination?
No.
You sure? Sometimes imagination can be as frightening as reality.
No, Duke, it's true. It really happened.
Tell me about it. Tell me again.
I received a threatening note. And then somebody nailed a black funeral wreath to my door at Kelly's. I tore up the note like an idiot. But I brought the wreath here to put into my locker so I could show Tom Hardy, except that when I took him to show him later, it was gone. I know where I stand without proof of anything.
But you put the wreath in your locker?
Yes, but when I went later to see it, it was gone. Look, you have no reason to believe any of this. I know.
No, listen, I can see how frightened you are. That doesn't require any proof.
Thank you for that.
Will you promise me something? When you receive any more threats, if you should receive any other threats, you contact me immediately. Do you understand? Okay, what time it is, day or night, you've got to call me.
Thank you. Of course, I won't know what to do if it's, I don't know, a phone call or something like that, because I can't show anything. There's no proof. I don't know, somebody taking the wreath after I saw it. It's like they're taunting me or playing some kind of cruel joke on me or something.
Call me, okay?
Duke, there is something you could do for me now if you have the time.
What is it?
Well, my car's parked in the basement. I'd appreciate if you walk me to it.
Of course I will. I'm going to make a few calls. I have to call the club, but then I'll take you down to the car. It'll only be a minute.
Let's take all the time you want.
Thank goodness that day is over. I know what you mean. Are you feeling better now?
Yeah, I feel a lot better. What are you going to do tonight?
Well, honey, I'm going out with you-know-who. Again? Of course.
Seems kind of serious, isn't it?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Mommy?
Mm-hmm.
Got a minute?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course I have for you. Sit down.
Daddy's in the kitchen with Grandma.
Oh.
You know, arranging playing schedules and stuff like that.
Oh, I see. So is this going to be a private talk?
Well, not really. I'll probably ask him before I go, too.
What do you want to know?
I was wondering, you know, when I go away to Italy, well, if it happens, then I want to be sure that I'll be here.
What?
Will you and Daddy get back together? I mean, like, married, maybe? You know this isn't anything against Uncle Duke.
Yeah. I know it isn't. Where did you get that idea?
Just came to me.
Oh. Well, yeah. Sweetheart. No. The answer's no.
How can you be sure of that?
About your daddy?
Yes. Maybe you'll fall in love with him all over again.
Well, you see, people don't fall in and out of love that quickly. I mean, it takes an awful long time to get over a lost love like that.
Like Uncle Duke?
Yeah, like Uncle Dick. And like your father once upon a time.
Hey, listen, did you hear that?
What?
What?
Yeah, that rumble, that roar.
No, where?
I didn't hear anything.
Wait, listen again. There it is.
Oh,
You hear it?
Yeah, I heard
Wait,
it. I heard it.
It says,
Uh-huh.
it's my stomach, it's going.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, no.
The king creature!
Too big, do you think?
Slightly overacted, but she made the cake for you.
Okay. Okay, you want to tell me what it is this time?
I'm gonna miss her.
I know that.
Do we have to send her away?
Only for the summer. She's going to love Italy.
I can't bear the thought of being away from her for a day, let alone the summer.
Look,
I'm gonna keep her here.
I wish there was a way, but we can't risk it. Once the DVX figure out what we're doing, things are only going to get worse.
Sorry my call took longer than I expected.
Oh, no, that's all right. I really dreaded coming down the other line. I would have waited an hour.
Where's the car parked?
It's called panettone. It's Italian. It's from Milan. There's a story with it. Go on, tell him, Grandma.
Oh, it's just a story.
Go on, I'd love to hear it.
Is the story as good as the cake?
Better. Go on.
Well, it happened many centuries ago. There was this young man, and his name was Ughetto, and he worked in a bakery shop in Milano. And his boss's name was Antonio del Borgo. Tonio for short. Well, Ughetto did all the humble work. You know, he washed the pots and swept the floor.
That's not the good part.
Don't interrupt. Carry on.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I should have another bit of cake.
Such a sloppy eater. Yes, of course you may.
Well, poor Ughetto fell in love with his boss's beautiful daughter.
Here's a funny name. I can't say it.
By the end of summer, you will.
Oh, try it now. I've been teaching her.
Adele.
Adele?
I forget. I don't know.
Oh, Adalgisa.
Aha.
Yes.
Well, it was close.
Well, yeah, I was pretty close.
Well,
Tell him.
all right. Well, Adalgisa's father, Tonio, couldn't see his precious daughter married to a humble laborer.
I get to a smart like you, Daddy.
Thank you. Now, how smart?
How smart?
Tell him.
Well, he was smart enough to impress his boss and to win the love of his Adalgisa.
By baking the best bread Milan had ever tasted, I bet.
How'd you know?
Your mother's pretty smart, too.
Yeah.
So, go on before she guesses the end.
Yes. Well, all right. The bread was such a success that people from all over Milano ran to the bakery shop and crowded in asking for Tony's bread. Pane di Tonio, panettone, panettone, panettone. And so, Ughetto's love bread was baptized Panettone. Yes, and Ughetto got to marry his beautiful...
Righto. Now, what's her name?
Adalgisa.
Adalgisa.
Adalgisa, yes, Ughetto got to marry his beautiful Adalgisa,
And they lived happily ever after.
They had panettone at the wedding.
Oh, then they got fat
And
and
lived
they lived
happily
happily
ever
ever after.
after.
Yay.
And when you guys get married, then I'll bake that cake for you at your wedding.
She will, too. All right, well, I'm going to take this cake to the kitchen, and if you want any more, it will be on the table, eh?
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Philomena.
By the time you get back, you'll be able to bake an entire Italian feast, I'm sure. We'll all get fat, too.
I won't be gone that long, will I?
Just the summer, sweetheart. It'll fly by. You'll see.
I mean, after all, how long's it going to take to learn how to cook pasta?
Quite.
Well, I can learn how to cook pasta here.
You're not going to spend all your time in the kitchen. You're going to go out and see all the wonderful sights Philomena wants to show you, like the shrine and the museums and the churches.
I don't want to see. I don't want to go to Italy. I want to stay here.
Darling, we've been through all this. What's the matter? What's this sudden change?
Well, what if something happens?
Nothing's going to happen. You'll be with Philomena.
Not me. To you.
Well, I'll be fine.
And I intend to make sure of that.
Yeah.
And what about Holly? Look what happened to her.
Okay. I want you to listen to me. A few minutes ago, you said that I was the smartest guy in the world.
you are.
Right? Your mother's pretty smart, too, and those smarts keep us careful. The important thing for you to remember about all of this is that we're both going to be together. She looks out for me, and I look out for her.
You better believe it.
Who's the best guy in the world at protecting people?
You are.
Who's the strongest man in the world?
You?
You don't sound too convinced.
Well, I'm still scared about going to Italy. Lots of things happened to me and Mommy while you were away.
You know, I guess I'd almost forgotten that you are the smartest girl in the world, and I shouldn't try to fool you. And I won't. And you're right. What we do is quite dangerous. But the point is that we do it pretty well. As a matter of fact, it's an important job, and we do it better than anybody else.
I promise you we'll look out for each other, I promise.
Your belief in us is, well, it's very important. And I know it's a lot to ask of you, but you give us the one thing that makes all of this possible.
What?
Your love.
Yeah.
And I do love you so much.
Come here.
Come here.
Mwah.
Drink this. Go inside in the sun and take a look at this bruise.
No, I'm really fine. What did you say to them?
I didn't say anything. I just got you the water. Finish it up and I'll go inside and call the police.
No, do please. No, please. I really, there's just been too much publicity about this, and I'd have to explain about the wreath, and they think I'm crazy. Please, Duke, I don't want to...
Okay, but I still think a doctor should look at this. You got pretty banged up.
No, Duke, please. I don't want to go back into that hospital. I'm really afraid, all right?
Okay, I understand. Drink the water. I'll take you back to Kelly's. You'll be safer there.
Does this make me believe you?
Of course I believe you. I saw you with my own eyes, didn't I? Someone's obviously after you. Just gotta find out now who. Are you okay? Come on. Take it easy. Go back to the car. Careful.
Come on, it's about that time, honey. Come on.
Do I have to?
Yes,
Young
you do
ladies
have to.
need their beauty sleep.
They do. Clean your teeth, too.
I know, and say my prayers.
Say your prayers.
Say one for the old man.
I always do.
Right.
Night, Daddy.
Good night, sweetheart.
Night.
Good night, darling.
Night, Mom.
I'll come in to tuck you up, all right?
Okay. Don't stay up too late.
We won't, and don't worry about us.
She does, you know. She does worry about us.
I guess there's not much we can do to prevent that.
Wonder whether it was a good thing that the WSB changed their rules.
Well, if they didn't, Frisco could never have gotten in.
At least you'll probably think that was a good thing right now.
The agency felt that marriage in a family would have a stabilizing effect on an agent.
Frisco and Felicia don't have any children yet. Oh, dear. I mean, I feel like my little girl has gone through so much for her young years. I feel like I cheated her of a childhood.
Well, I guess if anyone's cheated her, I have.
Come on, you weren't with her. I was, even though she didn't know I was her mother.
Well, you know, you've been the best mother a child could have. On the other hand, Robin's the best daughter that a father could have. And all that credit goes to you.
No, not all of it. You've done a lot too, you know.
Oh, I've been away from her more than I've been with her.
That's because you didn't know she existed.
I know that being alone wasn't easy for you.
We managed.
Yes. Better than most. You've raised a very sensitive, caring, wise, beyond her years young lady. And I'm very proud of her.
Thank you.
Well, I'm very proud of you, too. I know I never tell you too often, but I am. Not just for nourishing her, but for also being her inspiration and her friend. And for allowing me to be part of it.
We're a team.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should have lots of fun with her before she goes to Italy.
I agree.
And once this DVX thing is over, I am going to give her the best home life she could imagine.
Well, now that I'm going to be around for a bit, perhaps I can contribute as a father.
Come on. You know that she thinks you're the best daddy in the world.
I hope nothing ever changes to make her think otherwise.
I can't stop thinking about it. Every flower dies. A camellia sooner than most.
That's all it said.
Yeah. I got the note the day that I came back from Canada.
Tom Hardy, he handed you the note, yeah?
Yes. He gave me the envelope, but he didn't know what was inside it. In fact, when I told him about it, he didn't believe me. He thought it was guilt over you and Anna.
Yeah. Please go on. Tell me some more about this note.
There's nothing more to tell you. I don't know. That's it.
Where did Tom Hardy get the envelope?
A nurse saw it lying on the desk at the nurse's station. She gave it to him thinking he would see me.
Did he tell you who left the envelope there?
No. And neither did the nurse. I asked her.
Isn't there a mailing room or something in the
Well, it
hospital?
didn't come through regular mail. It just appeared. I know that can't be, but this whole thing is so eerie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's eerie. Tell me about the wreath.
Oh. It's the kind of wreath that you hang on a coffin or a tombstone or... I found it hanging on my door at Kelly's. I don't even want to think about it.
Did Ruby see it?
No, Ruby really respects my privacy. She doesn't even come up unless I ask her.
And you didn't discuss this matter with Ruby, did you?
No, I was tired of people not believing me. That's why I brought it to the hospital, to prove to Tom that I was telling the truth.
So you took this wreath to the hospital, you hid it in your locker, and somebody stole it, yeah?
I don't know what happened to it. I took Tom later to see it, and it was gone.
Anyone see you put it there?
Actually, there was a private nurse from Mercy. I think her first name was Carol.
Did you know her? Would you recognize her if you saw her again? Could you identify her?
Yes, I could.
Well, that's easy enough to clear up. I doubt very much if she's the one.
Why do you say that?
Well, whoever's doing this, whoever's making these threats, they've gone to great lengths to conceal his or her or their identity.
What do we do?
Is there anyone, and I mean anyone at all, that you can think of who holds a grudge against you, would want to do this for any reason? Anyone at the hospital?
I've
Patient,
asked
perhaps?
myself that before. I don't... No, I can't... No, not here, at least.
Where, then? You're thinking about something. Where?
The hearing.
About the hearing.
The candlestick.
Well, what about the candlestick? The candlestick has been in your room in Lorleon for years.
No, somebody sent it to me right before we went to Canada.
And why didn't you tell me that?
I didn't want to upset you, Duke. I really wasn't thinking clearly.
Who sent it to you? Was there a note? Did they leave a name?
No, nothing. It was hand-delivered to the nurse's station, and then whoever left it disappeared.
Okay. Could be some connection. Who else knows about the candlestick, Camilia?
Angus. Janet?
No, Janet doesn't know. Mark Carlin. How about Mark Carlin? Do you remember the article he wrote? It was published the day I was getting married. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He mentioned the candlestick. Where did he get the information?
I don't know, Duke. I didn't give it to him.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Then we're going to find out who did.
What are you doing?
I'm going to call him. better idea. I'll go down there, confront them face to face. It's the only way to get to the bottom of this.
All right, well, then I'm coming with
No,
you.
you're not. You'll stay right where you are. You're safer here. I'll be back.
Please be careful.
I will. You take care of that bruise. Don't want anything else happening to you. Lock the door.
Oh, she fell right asleep. It's funny how quickly children forget.
What?
Uh-oh. I know that look. What are we planning here?
What to use against our enemies?
I wondered when we were going to talk about that.
Well, what about right now?
Okay, go ahead.
I've pretty much figured it all out.
Yeah?
Sean's involved in this.
Yes, well, we're all targets.
The way I figure it, everybody is going to be in... You expecting anybody?
No, I'm not.
Careful.
Okay. It's an officer. Oh, Barton.
Evening, Chief.
Hello.
I mean Ms. Devane.
Oh, that's all right. How are you?
Fine, ma'am.
Nice to see you.
You too. I'm sorry to bother you, but a message came into headquarters. It's addressed to Mr. Scorpio.
Okay.
I heard.
Hello, this is for you, sir.
Thank you. You, new to the force, officer?
Yes, sir, but I've heard all about you, Commissioner.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Barton, and send my regards to...
We all miss you, ma'am.
I miss you too.
Good night.
Good night. What is it?
It's from the WSB, top priority. Look at the seals.
Ah,
Fortunately, they haven't been tampered with.
someone's gone to a lot of trouble.
I can see why. Read this.
Is this Valentine's handwriting?
Yeah. His secretary found it addressed to me shortly after his assassination.
Do you have any idea what this means?
I was hoping you could.
No, well, I mean, it's kind of familiar, but I don't know.
Valentine wouldn't have written anything meaningless. This has got to have purpose. It's got to be a clue. Get Sean on the phone. The sooner we move on this, the better.
Right. Yes?
It's you.
What did Colin say?
Nothing. I didn't see him. He wasn't there.
I'm sorry.
Well, he's supposed to be out of town until tomorrow. At least that's what they said. Well, I could hardly press it, considering the way I behaved last time I was down
I
there.
didn't want you to go to all this trouble, Duke. I'm so...
Would you stop the sorry? Would you stop it? It's driving me crazy. The next time you say that...
I am sorry. I am sorry. I don't know what else to say. You've been so good to me, and you've done so much for me. I don't know how to act when somebody's trying to kill me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Okay, I am sorry. I didn't mean to snap at you. It's been a long day. Are you all right?
Duke, I can't eat and I can't sleep. I can't take any more of this. I don't know. The note and the wreath were bad enough, but that person coming and trying to run us down.
I understand that. I'll spend the night with you.
I can't ask you to do that, though.
I've no intention of leaving you here on your own. You're coming with me.
What, to your penthouse? I can't.
No, not
suppose.
there. I have a better idea. Start packing. Go on.
What do I take?
As much as you can pack. Hurry up.
How long? How long will I be gone?
As long as this threat exists, I want to know you're safe. Hurry up. Throw some things in the suitcase.
20 million stars. Those words are familiar. I just can't place them. Some sort of prose, though, eh?
Yeah.
We both feel the same way. We both recognize that saying, but we don't know where or when we've heard it before.
You know, we could go to the library in the morning. Maybe we'll find out something there.
I've got a better idea. We'll head over to the university. There's a professor over there, a guy called Link. He's the head of English literature. Now, if anyone can figure that out, he can.
Well, it has to have a special significance, though. I mean, Valentine's last days were preoccupied with fear of the DBX, so it's got to be connected somewhere.
Mulcahy filled me in on some of the details. Valentine's last days were preoccupied with the DVX. Now, Mulcahy had his suspicions and wanted to investigate. However, he never got back to me to confirm those suspicions.
But he never did.
Next I heard,
He was killed.
correct.
Did either of you give them anything else to go on?
They shared a common theory.
Well, why don't you tell us? I think it's important.
Before they died, they both felt that assassinations of the WSB elite was just a ploy
To what end?
to stop us from discovering something else.
Such as?
Something far more dangerous than we've seen to date.
Terrific. That's all we need.
It's terrifying to think of what it could be, though.
It's terrifying to think of what it could be if we don't find out.
40 million stars. What's it mean?
That does it.
We'll wait a little while before we leave.
All right. It's just beginning to feel at home here. So comfortable.
It's also very unsafe.
I know. I wonder if any place will ever be safe. At least for me.
Of course it will.
Oh, I wish I could believe you, Duke. But I honestly doubt it. Every time I feel like I've got a little bit of peace, I feel that I belong somewhere, it just blows up in my face.
We will get to the bottom of this, I promise you.
Then what?
You begin again.
Came back to Port Charles to begin again. In a matter of hours, my life is in turmoil again. I don't know when this is gonna end.
You know, there are no promises to anything. There's one thing I will guarantee, though. Until this threat is over, you won't be alone. I'm gonna see to that.
It's certainly been a long night, but a good one.
Well, at least we know what we have to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good night, Anna.
Good night.
It is so good working with you.
Oh, I was going to say the same thing. Now, you be very careful walking home, very.
I don't have to remind you, do I?
No, you don't have to remind me. You know, you two are beginning to act like a couple of old maid aunts. I never forget the WSB principles. Rule number 1, if you're a walking target, you never take the same route twice.
Don't ever forget that.
I shan't, Aunt Roberta. I will go home a different way.
Just checking.
Okay. All right. All right. Seriously, all three of us should be careful out there.
Agreed.
Tell Robin I'm sorry I missed her.
She'll be sorry she missed you, too.
Wish her a safe trip.
Oh, yes, that's good.
Bienvenue. Now, after this is all over,
Good night,
what we
Sean.
should do, no, what we should do is go out
Good
there.
night.
close the
Good night,
door.
Sean.
Ciao.
Yeah.
There's no one
Safe.
Bye. Oh. I think that's enough work for this evening.
I'm so tired. You must be, too.
Actually, excited.
Yeah, it's always exciting at the beginning of a new case. I'm really happy you're here with Robin and I.
As I recall, that's not the way you felt the last time I was here.
Well, things were a bit different then.
Yeah, I agree. We didn't have the DVX threat hanging over our heads.
Yeah, my personal life is a lot different. I mean, now I didn't have anyone to object to having my ex-husband stay the night.
I can understand how Duke could have misinterpreted the situation.
Yeah, he's jealous, that's all.
Well, he had no need to be. We're friends.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
yep.
wondered whether...
Please, you
No,
first.
I just wanted to know whether you had enough pillows.
I'm sure I have.
And you'd be comfortable?
Oh, I know the couch well. Yes, I'm sure I will.
Okay, then. Good night.
Good night, love.
banker's hours. I suppose all professors get up late.
I'm not Link. He likes to burn the midnight oil. Then he's up in the morning with the birds.
What sort of birds? No, you know. Maybe you can decipher Valentine's code.
That's why we're here.
Yo, we can't tell him why we're here. What are we going to say?
I'll think of something, trust me.
Robert, been waiting long?
Professor, how are you? Good to see you.
Not bad, not bad.
This is Anna Devane, my partner.
How do you do?
A child of our grandmother Eve, a female. Or for thy more sweet understanding, a woman.
Thank you, I think.
Well, as Shakespeare, of course. Love's labor's lost.
Well, who'd know better than you? Listen, I want to thank you for seeing us this morning.
At your service, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Professor, Miss Devane and I have recently started an investigative agency. And we have, at the moment, as our clients, a couple of lovebirds who plan a rather, how can I put it, special ceremony in Italy.
Italy. Have you ever been there?
Yes. Matter of fact, I was married there.
Were you? How charming.
Oh, it was.
This couple, now they plan to be married in Venice. Or is it Florence? Whatever. Anyway, it's in a gondola.
In Florence? Do they have gondolas in Florence?
Oh, Florence is the bride's name.
Ah, I see.
It's just a detail. Anyway, our client wants to give his bride a rather dream wedding, and that's why we need your help.
I help?
Yes, sir. We're trying to save a life.
Well, you should be safe here.
I didn't think we'd ever make it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone followed us, though.
Well, the way you were changing roads, I thought you were lost.
Yeah, well, you know, just be cautious.
Why did we park so far away?
Somebody's after you, you know. We can't afford to be too careful.
Well, no one could ever accuse you of that. Oh, Duke, this is wonderful. It's like out of a storybook or something. I never knew you owned anything like this. How come you never told me? Oh. You brought Anna here, didn't you?
Yes.
Must hold a lot of memories for you.
We're here to keep you safe, not to discuss Anna. I'll get the rest of the groceries.
Duke, please, I want to go with you. I'll help, okay?
I can manage.
No, please, Duke, I really don't want to be in here alone. You wish I were Anna, don't you?
How can I be of help?
Well, unfortunately, both the bride and groom are in a very hazardous line of work.
Hazardous?
They're both tightrope walkers, very strong toes. And the parents were married in a gondola between cases.
Between cases?
They're veterinarians with a circus. Anyway, the father being a great lover of literature as well as elephants, you following this?
Oh, yes, yes. The father's a veterinarian with the circus. The son balances by means of his toes, and his bride-to-be is named Florence.
Oh, very good, Professor. Better than I am.
I'm impressed. Anyway, the father has now long passed on, but the widow has been striving to remember those beautiful words read at the ceremony.
In Florence.
No, in Venice. The couple are going to be married in Florence.
And the bride's name?
Florence. Do you recall this phrase, Professor?
Not offhand.
I suppose you can look into it. It's quite important.
I will. May I take this with me to the library?
Please.
My research books. You can wait?
Yes, thank you. I've seen you in some bizarre disguises, and I've heard you spin some tall tales, but this takes the biscuit. Florence, Venice, gondolas. What?
I got inspired.
And all this personal stuff about our wedding.
I didn't say it was us.
We got married in Italy.
We weren't in a circus.
You should be.
Well, whatever. The guy bought it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't send him to a mental hospital.
No. You think?
Yeah. Why couldn't I have had Sean as my partner today? He would have got the same results without being so damn personal.
first time we've been alone since Lorleon. I mean, really alone.
There are clean towels in the bathroom.
Thanks. Duke, look, I don't blame you for hating me. It's like I've done nothing but turn your life upside down. And now you have to leave Port Charles and come up here with me.
You know, there's only one bed. I'll sleep on the couch.
Ever since we met, Duke, you have been the center of my life. Now, I know you don't feel the same way about me, and that's all right. I have accepted that. It's really... I just can't help feeling the way that I do.
You know, there's usually enough hot water for baths.
I hate to see you hurting.
I'm not hurting.
Oh, Duke, this cottage obviously reminds you of Anna. Would it help if we talked about it?
No, it would not help.
Well, maybe we could think of a way to get her back.
You make no mistake, I will get her back. Someday, somehow, I'll get her back. As for talking about her, I have very private, precious memories of Anna. They're private. I want to keep them that way, if you don't mind.
Oh, no, not really. Always mentions of stars, nothing about our 40 million.
No, I don't find anything here either.
Afraid not. Maybe if we had a few more lines.
I'm sorry, that's all there is.
Too bad. Maybe the love-struck couple would accept an alternative.
Who?
The bride and groom.
Oh, afraid not.
The lily of Florence, blossoming in stone. Of course, Longfellow referred to Giotti's tower, but she might not know that.
It's nice, but I don't think so.
Or we could go to Lord Byron. I stood in Venice on the Bridge of Sighs, a palace and a prison on each hand. Not particularly apt, but at least it works in Venice.
I want to thank you, Professor. You've been very generous with your time.
Yes, I do have to get to my seminar. There is one other possibility. Tomorrow there's a meeting of the departmental staff. Mayhap another professor could shed some light, if I'm free to inquire.
Oh, please.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Very nice meeting you, sir.
Good to see you.
And when you're through, just let yourselves out and close the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not getting anywhere.
You weren't with the WSB long enough to develop patience.
I resent that remark. About all the stuff we did together. Remember? Ended in an Italian wedding.
You were a lovely bride.
Thank you. You were a handsome and outrageous bridegroom.
Sometimes I wish I was back in that village.
Sometimes I wish you were, too. No, seriously. I'm glad you didn't actually name us.
No. Albena's lovebirds are a lot different.
Brought back memories there, didn't it?
Yeah. You know, some memories should never die.
They never have with me.
I cherish them.
Right, let's get back to the office.
Right.
What now, Robin, honey? No, sweetheart. No, the ice cream in Italy is the best in the world. I've tasted it. You're gonna love it. Your mommy and daddy just came in, sweetheart. Hold on. I'm gonna talk to her.
Hello, darling. What? Sweetheart, you're going to have a wonderful time in Italy, I promise you. Well, you'll meet lots of kids your own age. No, it'll be boring here, sweetheart. You'll have a wonderful time there. We'll phone you all the time, and what'd you say that your daddy and I try and make a trip out to see you, hmm? Yeah, we will try.
Did you get anything this morning?
Not yet.
Oh.
Tell me, how did you go fixing up the comm system?
No problems.
Yeah.
Professor Link is conferring with some of his colleagues this afternoon, I think.
Maybe they can come up with something.
Hopefully.
Don't cry, sweetheart. It's all right. Yeah. Look, just, okay, tell Philomena that you can't go and play with your friend. All right? Yeah, don't cry, darling. See you later. Okay, I'll bring back ice cream. I love you too, darling. She's having second thoughts about going to Italy. She'll be fine, though, I hope.
Oh, no one said it'd be easy.
No, if they did, they lied.
She is too young to have to put the WSB first in her life. She shouldn't have to make adult sacrifices like
Oh,
that.
on the other hand, why not start young? I mean, after all, look at the way your life ends up.
Well, look, come on, you two. Okay, so things are a little heavy at the moment. When we get these killers, it'll all lighten up a little.
Oh, right.
Hey, fellas.
Hi.
And Anna, too.
And Anna. Listen, if you guys want to break up the champagne, we can handle it.
We certainly can.
We have reached a decision, and we want you to be the first to know. Maybe the only ones to know, as a matter of fact.
Tell them, Frisco.
All right, I'll tell them. Felicia and I have decided that I'm going to join the WSB. Now, I know what you're thinking, but you're wrong. Because we've given a lot of thought, and we are determined to beat the odds. We're not going to let the WSB ruin our marriage.
You know, joining the WSB shouldn't be taken lightly.
Well, we know that, Sean. We've taken this very seriously.
We've thought about it, we've talked it over, and we've thought about it again.
And again.
Sure you have.
And you're positive?
There's not a doubt in the world, Robert.
And everything else should fall right into place.
Right. And as for your personal life, well, we never wanted to give the impression that it couldn't be accommodated. I mean, it can be done.
As a matter of fact, that's our motto. It can be done.
Oh, really? That's your motto?
If it isn't, it should be.
We all wish you the very best here.
You know. Thanks.
Thank you for being so brutally honest to us. You helped us in our decision.
We discussed it together.
That's good. That way there shouldn't be any trouble.
Here, here.
You know, this is going to be okay.
Well, it's not fancy, but they call it home.
Listen, after I finish my training, I'd really appreciate it if you guys let me know what's really going on around here.
Why don't we call Hastings, tell him he's got a new recruit?
Yeah, why not? Get the ball rolling.
Let's see, what can I do to help around here?
What's wrong?
Nothing.
If something's wrong, I can tell.
Robin called earlier. She's already feeling homesick about going to Italy with Philomena.
And I was surprised to hear she's leaving so soon after Robert's come back.
Yeah. And we have our reasons.
What are the reasons?
Well, she's never really got over the disappointment. The entire fiasco, the wedding, really hurt her. I think it'll do her good to get away.
It's too bad you can't go with her.
Oh, I'm going to be too busy setting up shop here and soliciting clients with investigative work.
I know how close Robin and Duke were. Does Duke know she's going away for the summer?
No. I've had to discourage any contact between them.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah. She was terribly hurt, though. It's best this way. For all of us, really.
No, thanks.
Aren't you going to talk?
About what?
Anything. I can't stand the silence, Duke. How can we stay here if we don't talk to each other?
There's nothing to say.
There's got to be something you and I can talk about.
Listen to me. I don't want to repeat this. I'm here for one reason, and for one reason only. To protect you.
I appreciate that.
Not to talk to you, not to cozy up to you.
Would that be so hard for you?
My job is to find out who's been threatening you, and then decide what to do with it. Nothing more.
We're not exactly strangers, Duke.
You are to me.
How can you say that?
I will be happy when this whole episode is over and we can go on with our lives separately.
You really blame me, don't you?
You're damned right I blame you. For losing Anna. for losing the only happiness I ever had. Yes, I blame you.
I never wanted to hurt you.
Oh, no, you were just so damn determined to get to the bottom of the secret of Lorleon. Well, now look where it's got you.
All I asked was why you don't talk to me.
You ask too much.
Where are you going?
To Port Charles, you'll be safe.
What, you're gonna leave me here all alone?
You'll be all right. I'm going to see Carlin in the morning.
Carlin?
Yeah. Hopefully get some answers out of him. I'll be back tomorrow night.
Will you call me or...
There's no telephone here.
Duke, please, you can't leave me here alone. Anything could happen.
I can't be two places at the one time. Lock all the windows and the doors. You'll be perfectly all right. Just don't go outside, okay, for no reason.
Duke.
We talked to Hastings, and he can hardly wait to get Frisco in train.
Well, your recommendation didn't hurt, you know.
Everything's all set, then?
So when will you have to leave?
Well, he didn't say.
You'll get a call. The idea being that you'll have to leave at a moment's notice.
Yeah, it's usually part of the indoctrination.
I wouldn't have thought it would be till next week, though.
I don't think so, no.
Oh, I almost forgot. Dusty and Terry are singing on Tiffany's show today.
No, I'd like to catch up myself.
The audience supposed to call in and say how much they like them.
Well, maybe we ought to just hang out and watch a show and call in and show our support, huh?
Look, I'm a little busy. I don't have time to sit down and watch a television show.
Well,
All right. Congratulations, anyway.
Yes. Congratulations, my friend.
Hold tough, huh?
Oh, good luck.
All right.
You'll do well, man.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'll call you later. I have something I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye-bye.
You said you'd had no trouble installing that comm center?
Yeah, complete with TV. Excuse me. I'll move this down. Now, observe.
Nancy.
Very good.
There we go.
I like it. All right, instead of waiting for the professors at PCU,
I want to hand this over to the WSB, see if they can decipher this phrase.
Now, that should gain us a day and possibly put us closer to our would-be assassin.
Good idea.
All right. Now, the process that I'm going through here is I'm asking them, does this code compute with any known code? If it does, please decipher.
Work well together. Who's that guy anyway, Dusty?
Okay, here it comes.
Document received. Please wait. Document deciphered.
You did it.
Document deciphered using now obsolete Turkish code.
We'll take it.
Right.
Can mean fish.
Fish.
Alternate meaning swim.
Fish swim.
What kind of deciphering is that?
Fish got to swim, birds got to fly?
Oh,
No.
dear, I think it means we missed the boat.
Oh, you two are like frick and frack. That's great.
Hello?
Anna, I have to talk fast. With Frisco leaving town and Robin going to Italy, how about throwing a surprise party for them?
Oh, yeah, wonderful.
I thought maybe we could invite Frisco's friends and some of Robin's godfathers.
Yeah, that should include everyone. What shall I contribute?
I'll call you back, okay? Bye-bye. Hello.
Hi. Still on the phone?
No, not now.
Oh. I missed you.
Tell Mark Carlin Duke Lavery's here to see him.
As you can see, Mr. Carlin's not in the office. If you care to leave a message.
Oh, wait. Thank you. Mr. Carlin obviously doesn't receive his messages because I have left several of them.
I've taken your messages, Mr. Lavery, and I've given them to Mr. Carlin.
Then why hasn't he returned my calls?
I can't do anything about that.
Oh, well, you can make an appointment for me. I want to see him today.
I don't book appointments without checking with Mr. Carlin first. He'll be back at noontime.
Fine. So will I. Thank you.
here you are again. Duke!
Hey.
You got
got my message.
Yeah.
Thanks for
How you
coming
doing, Tom? I just wanted to reassure you that Camilia will be fine.
Well, I've been very worried about her.
There's no need to worry about her.
You mind if I ask what she's into?
No, please understand. Camilia will be back at work in a few days, a week at the very most.
Is this an unauthorized vacation?
There are circumstances beyond Camilia's control.
Well, personnel might not be so understanding. She should have notified them.
Excuse me. If you needed somebody to fix the vacation schedule,
Do you know somebody in personnel who could do that?
as a matter of fact, I know somebody that I could con, yes.
Would you do that for Camilia?
No, but I'll do it for you.
Thank you.
Consider it done.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the time. Okay.
You know, Duke, I get the feeling that Camilia wasn't crying wolf about those death threats. Is she in actual danger?
No, she's in no danger. I have her hidden away safely for the time being.
Anything I can do to help?
No, I can handle it. Thank you. You know damn well who's been threatening Camilia.
You're wrong. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're lying, Carlin.
Oh, fine, fine. Have it your way. I am busy.
I intend to get this out of you one way or another.
Look, don't push me, Duke. You'll wind up back in jail.
If anyone goes to jail, it will be you.
How do you figure that?
It's obvious to me you get information from someone besides Camilia. Who told you about the rape? Who told you about the killing? You know, sir, you could find yourself in a very compromising position.
Well, that's an interesting theory, but that's all it is.
Now, I know I'm right. Why don't you tell me who your source is and stop wasting my time?
I'm sorry, Duke, baby. I can't divulge my sources, even if I had one.
Don't pull that nonsense on me.
I've got my rights.
Yeah, and so does Camilia. She was cleared in court. No one has a license to go after her.
I have no proof that anyone is after her, just your claim. Which, by the way, means zilch to me.
Now, why would I lie about something like this? Do you think, my God, man, do you think I'm after more publicity? I've had enough of that. Camilia has received threats. Not only that, I was with her when she was almost hit by a car in the parking garage.
Ooh, somebody means business.
Not somebody, and you know who it is.
No, I don't.
You're still lying.
Go fish in another pond. Huh, Duke, baby?
I'm not leaving here until I get what I came
Damn it,
for.
Duke! I'm telling you, I'll have you thrown out of here.
You better consider the consequences, sir. If anything happens to Camilia, I'm going to hold you responsible.
Oh.
I'm coming after you.
Oh, yes? Well, it works both ways, buddy. If anything should happen to me, I will have made sure that the powers that be have been forewarned.
We'll see.
Do not mess with me, boy.
You're scum. Oh.
Watch it.
You know, I held back the last time I was here because of my relationship with Anne and Devane. Now, thanks to you, that is out of the question. I've got absolutely nothing to lose. If I get my hands in you now, believe me, sir, I will finish the job. So it's your choice. What's it going to be? Is it going to be the truth or the consequences?
All right. I don't need a murder on my conscience. My source was Evan Jerome's widow, Veronica.
Veronica Jerome. Now, you better keep this between the two of us. I don't want to read about this on the front page of your rag. Otherwise, I'll come after you.
Don't threaten me.
You know, as I said before, I could make a case, technically, that you conspired with Veronica Jerome to perpetuate these threats against Camilia. You know, we could be talking about attempted murder.
That's a stretch.
Think about it.
Good evening. Do you have a reservation?
No, I won't be having dinner. I want to see someone. I was told he was here.
Who is it?
Victor Jerome.
Oh, yes.
Who are you?
I could ask you the same thing. Please tell Mr. Jerome.
I asked you a question. Who are you and what do you want with Mr. Jerome?
I really don't think that's any of your business.
I work for Victor Jerome.
His office told me I'd find him here.
So?
Tell Mr. Jerome that Duke Lavery is here. I'm Angus Mackay's son. You'll recognize the name. Thank you.
You got the name?
Mm-hmm.
Deliver the message to Mr. Jerome.
I told Mr. Jerome you wanted to talk to him.
And what does he say?
You will have to wait.
I'll have a drink. Thank you.
Make it a long one.
Scotch. Thank you.
I'm glad we reached an understanding. Thank you for your time, Mr. Jerome. Thank you.
Mr. Jerome will see you now.
Mr. Jerome. May I sit down?
Wait in the bar.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing here?
We have to talk.
I don't have to talk to anyone I don't want. Why are you bothering me?
Your family made an agreement with my father. The score was settled, or so I thought.
Are you here to give me a history lesson? Drop it, Mr. Lavery. I see no reason for this meeting.
The vendetta is not over, Mr. Jerome.
What the hell are you talking about?
My father gave his life to ensure that the vendetta between our families would finish. He did this to ensure the safety of his family and yours. Someone is violating that agreement.
Stop right there.
I'm telling you the truth.
You're misinformed.
I'm not accusing you of anything. Someone is obviously going behind your back.
Enlighten me. Give me some facts. The gentleman isn't staying for dinner. Go on. Get this over with.
Camilia received a threatening letter. It was followed by a funeral wreath that was attached to her door. Shades of the past, perhaps. Are you following me, Mr. Jerome? The other day, I was escorting Camilia to her car in a parking garage. Another car tried to knock us both down. And I'd be very happy if I could say that was the end of the story. But I don't think it is. So just what are you going to do about it?
How do I know this is true? Who'd be foolish enough to violate an agreement I made?
Someone who resents the pact you made with my father.
That's your theory.
No, it is a fact, sir. And I know who it is. Evan's widow, Veronica.
Well. All right. I'll take care of Veronica. Camilia will be safe, rest assured.
How will I know?
You can phone me in a day or two.
So I have to take your word this is taken care of.
Don't worry, Mr. Lavery. The agreement will be respected.
And when we went to Little Italy, Mary Angela and Francesca and Luigi all gave us presents and stuff.
Yes, and a lesson in Italian.
But they said that everybody in Italy speaks English.
Aha! But you see, the trick is to learn Italian. Right?
Yeah.
Now, off you go and get dressed. We're going out for dinner.
Where's Mommy?
Well, I suspect she's off on a secret mission, which probably has something to do with you.
A surprise?
Could be. We're going to meet at the restaurant.
Do we have to go out?
Yes, it's a special occasion.
Well, they won't miss them.
Who?
My godfathers. They're coming over to say goodbye, aren't they? I'm going away for a whole summer.
You can call them later, all right? Oh, listen, I'll get back. Go on, you scoot. Change,
Okay,
quick.
come on.
Go on.
I'll fix your hair. Real nice, huh?
Hello.
I'm looking for Robert Scorpio.
Who is this?
This is Professor Link. I'm calling from the university.
Yes, Professor. This is Scorpio.
Well, I've just met with the heads of our departments. I showed them the phrase you were interested in, and I may have what you want. And it could be something of a surprise for you.
Professor, say no more. I'm on my way. Sean, it's Robert. Meet me at Professor Link's office immediately.